Look who forgot to pick the music out. Greetings and salutations, everybody! Yeah, we're gonna do the Deeds and Shares Payout Show weekly for Entropia Universe right now. That's right, we're doing it right now. Everybody cool with that? You cool with that? I'm cool with that. Only if you're cool with that. Alright, here we go. Game. Alright, this week is pretty interesting. It's interesting and cool. You got the face cam on? Yeah. There's a little face cam over there, huh? It's crazy. Hi. I'm over here. Alright, so we have big plans coming in for the summer in June. We're going to be starting up some craziness. Probably summer swants and stuff along those lines. I am under the impression that most of the Twitch streamers out there and Luke as well, they have a lot of sweat buy promotions and stuff like that to get people watching and this, that, and everything. And I'm going to go ahead and do that too. But I'm not going to put the really big rewards in until June. So if you want to start building up your channel points, now, I will be streaming on Twitch a lot more often. So keep an eye out. I'll try to, my goal is I want to try to buy sweat more in bulk and not like a big number per K, but a decent bulk buy price. Because I don't know if you know this, but I've been buying a lot of Luke sweat, and I'm gonna start buying some of the streamers that offer these promotions. I'm gonna buy their sweat. Mac Maelstrom, he's doing like 10 ped per 1K for a sweat buy turn in, and I'm not gonna like match that or anything like that. But I mean, I'm gonna start buying his sweat too. At 1.65, the same thing I'm buying with Luke. He might be raising his prices, I don't know, but we're gonna have to see. Entropia Go with Luke Websky, check that out. The website's running smoothly, and just go to my Twitch channel and see what you got. Who is this in the background? Sensei Roshi, what? How about that? How's about that? It's good old sense. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of curb stomping, and with our new Mayhem Scintillator Cobalt. This gun is amazeballs. The repairs on this thing is so cheap, so super cheap, and that's kind of what I like about it. Yeah, it got +1 crit, and the efficiency is kind of lacking, but it's not bad. It's not a bad efficiency as far as most guns go. I like it. I like it a lot. And here's the thing, and this is why this ties in to the Deeds and Shares Payout Show, is I went ahead and traded for this gun at 400 Arcadia Moon Deeds. Yeah, that's right. And I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it with Arcadia right now. But let's go ahead and get into all the pertinent information. Alright, so we have one payout for the Arcadia Moon. Is this music way too loud? We're going to put it to 2. Listen. Alright, so the Arcadia Moon only paid out one time this week, and that's no bueno. That is just no bueno. Let's cover this up. It could be many different factors, but it upsets me just a little bit. Actually, a lot of bit. But it could be due to the fact that the Mayhem tokens are on sale. And there's a possibility that everyone that's trading their Mayhem weapons for big cash money and prizes and stuff, that they're too busy trading and not busy hunting. But I'm not so sure about that because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 payouts for the Arcadia Underground. So people just it seems like the moon ain't paying out probably, and it's frustrating. Arcadia just I'm just like really disappointed in Arcadia. I don't know if it's just me, if other people were a little bit disappointed, but it just seems like it's just not as great as it used to be. And I guess I don't know. It's just sad. It just saddens me. It could be so much better, but I really thought that the missions on the moon would really be beneficial, but I don't think that there's been enough done on the Arcadia moon. And right now, with one payout this week, and how was it last week? It was 2. It was 2. But you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 days. It just gone without. It's probably going to pay out tonight, quite possibly. But here's the thing. I went ahead and we are at 2,400 Arcadia Moon deeds because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm a little bit broke IRL because I'm still paying off buying all these deeds and all this other stuff, and I want to try to help out the free-to-play coming in to this summer. So to do that, I want to try to buy as much sweat as I possibly can, and just so I can lower my average buying price. Luke said that I pretty much have bought like almost about 3 million sweat off of them at 1.6k. That's a lot of sweat. So that means that I've been buying a lot of people's sweat in retrospect, and he's been taking a small percentage cut for himself, probably to keep the sweat buys going, and he has the website going, so that's great. But I wanted to go ahead and take some profits out of that 20 to 30 PD spike. So sometimes it's important to take your profits. What can I say? Sometimes it's just important to take profit. And that's what I did. So I got a new gun, and I'm going to be pumping PED throughout the free-to-play market. We've already done sales on welding wire. We're doing Nutrio bar sales. And in order to get the Nutrio bars, I literally started buying fruit off the open market at like 5 ped per K from market orders, and all the fruit that I had before. So, and it's not that much fruit, to be completely honest. Let's see. I've got to figure out what the heck is going on here. Deeds and shares, payout show, and all the fruit that I had. Yes, that's right. All right. Sorry. Now I'm in the chat. Now I'm in the chat. That's what I need. But I've been trying to help. And the thing is, with dumping all that stuff on the market, what that basically has done is some of the resellers that work in the auction house. You know, I say work in the auction house, and some of them just like pay close attention to all that. They're getting a little bit of a deal and whatnot, and they're probably going to get the profits. Because for some reason, I guess a lot of people just don't got the money to be going crazy and trying to get deals out the auction house to try to flip stuff. Because most people are too busy trying to get ammo and go shoot, I guess. I mean, trading is very important, guys, and it's not just trading your loot out. You could also trade other people's loot too. I don't understand what the whole hatred of resellers is, but you know, the best way to combat resellers that you don't like is to compete with them. So you can do that. it's just something that it, I just feel that is necessary. But we're gonna go ahead and take this right here. Um, we got in the market right now. So right now, Arcadia Moons on retail, they're trying to sell them for like 35, 32 to like 35 on the auction house. But the orders that they've been placing for like 28 PD, uh, it's not just me dumping some moon deeds on the market. It's other people too, and at pretty low prices. We're looking at like 25 or well, okay, 28. But for this month, 2,000 have been sold on the market at 26.62. So these resellers are basically holding on to them and trying to get a freaking like 10 ped profit, or probably like it's like 7 ped profit or something like that, off of buying it for like 20 freaking 6. Okay? That's insane. And the Arcadia Moon has, while it was popping off a bit ago, we're looking at 2 payouts, which is, to my guesstimation, is what, 2 peck in a week's time. That's like the equivalent of like buying 2 shares at 10 ped. Okay, you're going to get I think what Unreal token. You're gonna get about 2 peck off of 10 ped purchase. You know? So whenever it doesn't click up to like 3, because when it's at 3 peck, that should be around 30. Did I just walk over a fruit? Yeah, Bombarda. So if it's not hitting on 3s, then it has nowhere. It doesn't deserve to be at 3.5 or 35 or anywhere close to it. It kind of needs to be. Well, it hit off once. Last week it hit off twice. So we're looking at probably around maybe around 26 to be completely fair. But if next week it only pays out like 1 time, then we're gonna have a problem. If it pays out twice, I can see at the middle range of 25 to 27. You know, I can see that, because maybe you're gonna hold on to hope that it'll pay out 3 the next week. But if it's not gonna pay out 3 regularly, it's not worth 30. Nowhere near that. It's just my opinion, and I could be wrong. But adjust your stuff accordingly. If you're right now in the, I've made a little bit of money trading or buying some of these, and because you bought them at like when it was low at 20 or like 21, 22, 23, and you're kind of feeling uneasy about the Arcadia Moon, take some profits, sell some off. If you feel bullish on Arcadia Moon and think that it's going to be really better in the future and it's going to skyrocket, you might want to buy. But I wouldn't sit there and buy it at like what they're trying to charge you retail. I would compete with them on the orders market to buy these moon deeds. So if they're posting they want to buy at 28, you post that you want to buy at 28, like 28.50 or something like that. Just whatever's higher than them. I don't know, but yeah, learning how to use the order system is kind of necessary. Yeah, you're going to be paying like a small fee for listing it for multiple days. It's like 1 ped or something, like 10 ped or something like that for a day or whatever. I don't really care, but you know, that means you have to buy big for it to balance out. But think about it. use your own brain. I'm just telling you what I think. I'm not too bullish on the moon right now. I'm just not, and that's why I took profits. Um, because I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna go below 2,000 with the moon deeds. If I do need to raise more capital to do this summer, but that means there's gonna be it's potentially I might sell 400 more of them. Um, and I usually just dump them on the orders market. That's just how it is. I mean, I'm still in the profit even doing that. So I was doing it at like 28. Um, and that this right here is probably recently me uh, for the day because I need to raise a little bit of money. That's just me, and the fact that maybe I don't know, maybe homie that sold me this gun, he probably either tried to trade it like person to person, because a lot of people are going to trade person to person, but you got to remember that the market forces, they kind of do dictate a few things, and just because it says something doesn't mean it's going to go up, and they're trying really hard to push that retail at like over 32. So just be careful. I wouldn't be buying it at that price. To be completely honest, I'd fight them on the order side of things. It'd be a little bit more efficient and a little bit more cheaper. And if there's like a bid war going on in the orders section, then so fucking be it, dude. Like, bid wars are actually pretty nice, and then we'll see exactly how that goes with people having a means to sell based off the orders, and I don't know, just see where it flies. But I wouldn't be buying it at the retail price on the market, and I wouldn't be trusting a person-to-person trade to be like, these things are worth what it says that they're trading at on the market. It says 32. I want to deal with like 31.50. That sounds good, right? No, it doesn't, because there are people literally just dumping these things for like 28 or whatever's on the market. So do your bid war and just buy smartly. But then again, if you want the price to raise, dump that money in, buy it retail, just hold on for dear life. But all I'm saying is the payouts are not matching the retail price at all, in my opinion. But you look into it to see how you feel about it. That's all I gotta say. And Arcadia, I don't know what the deal is between you and Mindark or whatever, but you need to get on the fucking ball, because Arcadia is a beautiful fucking planet, and shit just kind of sucks over there, in my opinion. Every time I go over there, it's just like, I gotta get out of here. It's like every single time. I don't know what it is. It's something about the loot. But walking around doing small stuff, like small creatures and stuff like that, is not a big deal. That it's really good for that. You can go fight the jury, the juries and stuff like that. That's great. I love that part. The Ortan missions, those are great. The smugglers stuff, like all that. That's great about Arcadia. But when you go to start doing some other stuff, I don't have a good experience with it. But you might have a better experience. I know that Doc, you love Arcadia, and I love the Arcadia oil rig too. There's good parts about Arcadia that I really love, and then there's it's just the overall feeling. It's just really annoying me. That's just my thoughts on Arc. I hate to be like a Debbie Downer about Arcadia, but it's just the way it is to me. It's sad. It's so sad. But let's see, Arcadia Underground though. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 payouts with one double, so like 6 payouts, 6 packs this week. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. There are still people over on Arcadia, and that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and check out what's going on. I looked at the retail prices of the Arcadia Underground, and yeah, it's pretty stable. It's pretty stable. I think it is dropping though, ever so slightly. Um, yeah, right. Well, it was dropping. Seems like it's going back up a little bit. All right. Yeah. From here to here. Oh, it looks like we might have a good summer, but you also gotta remember that some people are liquidating in order to do a lot of the mayhem tokens and stuff like that. So that could also be a big play in a lot of the deeds and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. There, and we're gonna take a look into what the shares are going on. What in the share is going on today? All right. What do we have here? All right. It looks like ancient Greece finally decided they wanted to give people money. Yay! Nice. One peck. Is this? Yeah. Finally, Calypso did a 3 peck run. That short ass Easter mayhem, I'm telling you, it did not produce too much for the shares for Calypso. Because sometimes as we all know, it would hit 4, hit 5, sometimes on that rare occasion during mayhems. It didn't really do it this time, not at all, and that's okay. You know, the new mayhem format, with people not, it really did feel like people were not really doing Easter mayhem due to reasons, but there were a little bit of action in there. That's really going to affect the Easter Strongbox prices going forward, and it might also affect all Strongbox prices going forward, as if people are not going to sit there and grind that thing for hours and hours and hours a day, then there's not going to be enough strong boxes that drop, and then supply and demand takes over and prices will go up when the supply goes down, because the demand for those strong boxes, they have to persist for an entire year until the next mayhem. I mean, a good case in point is the summer strong boxes whenever we didn't have summer mayhem. But, I mean, we still had, like, the Molmans that would probably drop them, so they still dropped them. But, you know, it wasn't too big of a deal. But we will be having summer mayhem as well, I believe, and probably another Molman event coming up. And, of course, we're also going to have probably migration coming up as well here in the summertime. So, fun times. I'm here for it, man. I'm definitely here for it. But yeah, Entropia Universe content over here on the Lore Spade channel will be ramping up, be it here or on Twitch. So it's probably we're going to be ramping up on Twitch a little bit more. I am thinking about going back into EVE Online to see if I can't spread the Entropia Universe link. It's a lot easier to do over there than anywhere else. Trust me on that. Especially the way I play, people get their eyes on me all the time. So just having a link in my bio could be beneficial. But who knows? I might be doing some content over there to see if we can't get more people, economically minded people, into Entropia. Because I know I came from EVE. Because I was like, yo, I'm doing really good over here in the markets on EVE. I wonder if I could do that with real money. But I don't have real money for the stock market. I'd rather just play a video game. Is there any real cash economies out there? So I typed in real cash economy, and the one thing that popped up was Entropia. That's how I found Entropia. Sad but true. I was looking for it. I was looking for something, and Entropia was it. But now it's up to me to spread the word. It's up to you guys to spread the word too. If you want to give somebody my Entropia Universe link, let me know if you do, and I'll help you out. But let's get back to the Deeds and Shares Payout Show Weekly for Entropia Universe. It's just rambling on, man. Crystal Palace Space Station decided to do a 1-peck payout. Hells to the yizzle. Good job, Crystal Palace. I still need to go up there and grind for all of that. So I assume that I am not the only one that needs to go up there and grind on Crystal Palace. Thus, there will be payouts on Crystal Palace for the foreseeable future. Um, Especially if you, because you got to be a certain level to even participate up there, you know. So yeah, once people get up to that level, they're like, all right, finally, I can do this. I'm there. I can do it. It's just I haven't gotten around to it. But New Treasure Island went ahead and did a 1-pack payout too. I love New Treasure Island. I really do. I think it's great. I'm here right now on New Treasure Island killing some Kerberoses. Hell yeah. I don't like to kill Kerberoses on Boreas. I don't. I don't like killing Kerberoses at Jura Plateau. I don't. I don't like killing Kerberoses anywhere but New Treasure Island. And I think it is a shame that more people don't know about the curbs here. These are really nice curbs, man. And the loot just seems better here for some reason. I just don't know why. I've popped 200 PED globals on these freaking guys multiple times. Buy shares of ancient Greece. I don't know. We'll get into that in here in just a second. Rocktropia went ahead and paid out 1-pack. And Triton Industries went ahead and paid out 1-pack. You know, the only thing that, I mean, I guess Arcadia Moon paid out 1-pack, right? For this week. But the Arcadia Moon paying that amount out, that 1-pack, because it was on 1-pack a week for a while. I should know. I do the Deeds and Shares payout show weekly. The Arcadia Moon probably should have been valuated at like 10 ped, like after that big run. But the potential was always there for it to pay out big, like once a day. But no. But people do like the share system, and from what I can see, really, is all the shares are pretty much ran by MindArc. And I usually only like to do activities on places that I have shares in. So I don't like to go to like places like Toulon. I don't like to go to places like Monria. I don't like to go to like Cyrene. And with the exception of like Arcadia, I'll go there because, you know, I have Arcadia Moon and Arcadia Underground. I used to have a lot more Arcadia Underground, so I kind of like dipped out of doing the Arcadia Underground as much. But I just, the way the loot is over there, I just can't. I can't for a long period of time. I just can't. It's just frustrating. We've already been through that, but all right, let's go ahead and take the prices of what we got going on. Dang, I've been rambling. It's 27 minutes. Yeah, we're going to be streaming on Twitch a little bit later, like pretty much after this. So stay tuned. Get those channel points. All right, so we got Ancient Greece over here. So $8.95 for 4. Okay, so we get like $8.98 for a stack of 806. All right, this is starting to look okay. Not really. It's not looking that okay. Well, I guess. I mean, I guess as it does stand, I guess it is looking okay. It's kind of stabilized and slowly going up. And there's a good amount of volume from March and all the way up to now. That is a little bit of trading being done here, so that's kind of good. In the last month, got a nice little spike. Okay, water time. I talk. But Ancient Greece, yeah, it's actually looking all right. It's pretty stable pricing so far. It was lower, but I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. I'm not gonna tell the future. Like it could swing either way. Entropia Pioneer says, surprised it's not going up with the new content Ancient Greece has. Oh, they have new content? I need to go over there and check on that. I need to go check on Ancient Greece here sometime in the near future. Let's go ahead and transfer this money out. All right, Calypso. What's going on with Calypso? Oh, wow. All right, so yeah, this tracks. This definitely does track. It has been going down, and probably due in part to the fact that the payouts are getting a little bit less. But the upside to the payouts of Calypso going down is the payouts for the other shares have increased a little bit to where it's more stable and paying out on a weekly basis for the most part. So that just means that players are just not on Calypso and doing something else, and that's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Is if you're diversified like me, it's okay. But it is a little bit sad. Calypso used to be the workhorse of shares, and not too incredibly much nowadays. But that could change depending on what's going on with hunting, I guess. Of course, we do have all the events that happen on Calypso for summertime coming up, so we'll have to see. So maybe might be a good time to go ahead and soak up some of these cheap ass Calypso landing shares, in the hopes that it starts paying out triple every single week. But this is a really good price right now. If that's going to be the case moving forward of triple payouts, it's a really good price. I don't really think that it's going to get devastated too much more, but we'll be here to report if it does. I don't know. Entropia Pioneer says, yeah, I wonder if it will be even lower once they release the tools for users to create their own planet. I don't know. It will all depend. Who knows? Maybe people out there that don't even know what Entropia is will be interested in making their own planet and will come and play. Who knows? Like, you got to remember, sometimes whenever somebody comes in and they actually have money IRL, they'll come in as a new player and be like, I have that much money in my savings account right now. I want to buy this land area. You have people like David Joker Pertanis, Slump Dog, buying land areas over on Arcadia with their life savings. And doing that, you know, they're not even able to like kill their own camel-dons there for a while. It's the nature of the beast. So any new player that comes into the game is not like always going to be constrained by their skills. Sometimes the biggest constraint in Entropia is how much money you have in your wallet. So keep that in mind. New players, especially players with money, can come in and we can see some really good activity and stuff like that. So who knows? But yeah, Calypso looking good. I like Calypso at a lower price point because it makes it a little bit easier to buy. But if you buy it now and it goes down, you're gonna feel a certain kind of way. But Calypso is something that you're gonna want to buy and hold, and just like collect the dividends off of anyway, and then maybe sell it like way down in the future. Like, I don't think I've really sold too many of them. I like kind of balanced it up to be about this, because I think, what is it? If you take into account that it was 100 per deed, I used to run around with about 10 deeds. It fluctuated if I needed to sell to buy other stuff, but now I have the equivalent of 15 Calypso land deeds, you know. But now it's in share form, so take that as you will. But let's go ahead and transfer that through and through. All right, Crystal Palace Space Station. Yeah, it's a shame unless you bought it at 10 PED a piece when it first came out. But it does seem like it's a shame because it jumped all the way up there, man. It jumped so far up that it was absolutely insane. It's not going to even be a yearly price on this. This is what it used to look like. Anything before this was 10 PED because that was the initial public offering, and then it became tradable and jumped straight up to 1553. So that would have been the time to take your profits, is when it was right there. But when it comes down to shares, man, sometimes people need that money, and it just gradually just started going down and down and down and down and down because people need to cash out, people need to buy something big. I know for a fact that Slump Dog, he told me that he sold a lot of his Crystal Palace Space Station shares so he could buy Mutation Station. You know, all sorts of examples and stuff like that. And if you are on Arcadia, go check out Mutation Station. They're doing great things, especially if you're like a low deposit free-to-play player. They got events going on Arcadia if you're over there. So run up and do stuff like that. Yeah. But I'm not too bothered by the fact that it's gone down because, like I said, I bought it for 10, and it's paid out a lot more than I've gotten at least 25 peck off of it over the years. So at 975, I haven't really lost any money really with this, because the longer you hold something and get the dividends, you can make that affect your average, your whatever it's called, your dollar cost averaging. You know, like it is what it is. You can like, all right, well, I'm good, I'm gold. Entropia Pioneer says it's sad. I think Mindark said that they would do more events on Crystal Palace. They have done a few, but I was hoping they would have done more. Yeah, like the Pop Mayhem that they did that one time. That was nice. Because Crystal Palace paid out like 35 freaking peck in 1 week's time. That's 35 peck. That was freaking amazing. But yeah, it is what it, yeah, that one day alone, like, paid for whatever dollar cost averaging price that this is. So it's still pretty decent to buy and stuff like that. And you're not really losing out. Even if the price goes down, just buy more. You'll be fine. Honestly, you'll be fine. New Treasure Island. I love this place. I fucking love this place, and I love the fact that it sold out in a matter of like 2 hours or something like that, and people were screaming it's a scam. It's no scam, baby. This thing has been a fucking champion. And then I guess people just needed the money, man. They needed the money, so this is what happened. Anything before this is 10, and then it immediately went to like 9, because like it bought out too fast. And I guess here's the thing: if you didn't buy it at 10, right, you actually lucked out. You lucked out because everybody started selling it for less. But then I guess you didn't really luck out, because it did a steep drop, as we all know, to like 8 PED. Yeah, and not just that, it slid all the way to 760, and the entire time I'm like, why? It's paying out. It's doing just fine. Why are people doing this? I don't understand it. Here's my card. Let me fix this problem. Let me buy more and more and more and more. And look at where we are now. We're at 928. So yeah, you gotta just see when it's a good time, and it was a good time. Now we're like at a stable price point for New Treasure Island. Still kind of low, but it's pretty good. And I don't foresee myself selling any of these shares anytime soon. I love New Treasure Island way too much. And as a matter of fact, if it dips again, I'm gonna try to buy some more in the future. But 920 is not a bad deal. 935 is where the biggest glut of 2000 is. To be completely honest, I think that's absolutely fair. The way it pays out almost every single week. So we might actually see this as being like an actual even keel price, because there is that rare occasion it doesn't pay out, and I get really sad about that. But it usually pays out the next week, because New Treasure Island is a great place to hunt. It really is. I love it. I will sing its praises all day long. It's definitely not a scam. Rocktropia, however, it's not a scam. It's just being held by Never Die. He's holding on for dear life. He still owns Rocktropia if you think about it in this respect. But it paid out a peck this week. If the moment Mindark switches Rocktropia over to Codex, it's going to be on like fucking Donkey Kong, because my ass is going to be over there grinding away at Codex every fucking day. And that means that, I don't know, there is a potential that Rocktropia could become the next workhorse of Entropia. I wouldn't say it's going to replace Calypso, but at 1 million freaking shares, if Never Die does decide he wants to release some more of these things for everybody, this price might actually be the price to buy it at. I don't know, but it's a hardcore speculation. But if once Mindark does fix Rocktropia the way it needs to be, and it starts paying out 2-pack, maybe even 3-pack, maybe even more, if it pays out 2-pack, like 20 PD a piece. If it pays out 3-pack every single week, I would totally understand if it went up to 30 ped. I would totally understand if it went up to 30 ped. But does that mean I want to take the risk now? No, it does not. But you gotta understand that Never Die, I mean, some people might not like him. Some people might think he's a little stingy, not selling off these shares or anything like that. The fact of the matter is he's doing the smart thing right now. He's waiting until they actually fix it, and then seeing what the prices are going to be like, and the income's going to be like. So you can't fault a man for being intelligent. Just gonna throw that out there. So Rocktropia, I don't know. I mean, it's just not for me right now, but maybe in the future. Triton Industries, oh my God, the tragedy with this. I don't know who's holding on to all the shares here, but they released Triton Industries at a horrible freaking time in Entropia, because there was just not enough liquidity, in my opinion, to be had. We got amplifier finally died. What is the okay? 62%. I'll just keep shooting with it. Triton Industry, it released at a bad time because we had the Unreal tokens, we had Twin going on, so money was like going into like Twin tokens and stuff like that. Money was going into Unreal tokens back when it was first started dropping and stuff, or like midways of where it was dropping, or I don't know, but a lot of stuff was going on, and I was only able to pick up 330 because I was recovering from buying stuff previously on credit, which I'm still in that boat right now. I'm not mad at Entropia for going into debt over Entropia, because technically I still have all that money that I put in the deeds and shares. No, I'm not going to cash out to pay my debts, because that would be freaking retarded. Because all I gotta do is pay my debts, and then it's a profit flow all the time. So that's the way I think. But Triton Industries just said, well, we're not getting enough sales, so we're gonna go ahead and just pull this off the market, and we'll do this some other time. When When is some other time? I don't know, but that has left the market really just wanting a lot more, and it paid out 2 pec this week. Okay, I guess I was kind of tripping. It paid out 2 pec, so I mean it's good. Yeah, it's like the first 2 pec in a while. Usually it does 1 pec, and it usually pays out. It's a good share. Unfortunately, it's not good enough for 16 PD. It definitely ain't good enough for fucking 20 either. So it needs to be lower, and it's not going to be lower, mostly because we don't hold enough in the entire grand scheme of things. Listen, the total volume is like 70,000, and that's just a lot of trading between each other. The same shares over and over. Okay, because what we have here is Triton Industries is about 500,000 total shares, and only like 1/5 of it, only 1/5 of it was bought up. Maybe like almost 2/5 of it was bought up. And that's why the price is so high with Triton Industries. It's a good share, but the price just doesn't match what it is, and that's because there's just not enough shares on the market to lower the price to where it needs to be. And that's kind of sad. It is really sad. Just very annoyed by that. Because if they release it back at like 10, shoot, honestly, if they release it like 11, I might think about buying some. But definitely, I would buy more at 10. If they re-released it, but I don't foresee that happening anytime soon. But hey, I've been wrong in the past, barely, but I have been. Did I just walk over fruit? Nope, that's a freaking little vegetation there. Whatever. Alright guys, this has been the Deeds and Shares Payout Show Weekly for Entropia Universe. Please do check out Mutation Station. Slump Dog owns it. He is a really damn good dude, because he likes to help people out. Like, he legit likes to help people out. And if you find somebody that likes to help people out, the right thing to do is to return the fucking favor and help him. And he has a good system if you go hunting on his stuff. He has a good system. I think he has a share system as well. I think he paid me out my dividends or whatever here recently, which was really cool. He's a really good dude. He's a really good dude. And he also has a Twitch channel that he likes to stream on every once in a while. So go check out Slump Dog. Hells to the yeah. And we'll go ahead and while we're at it, I'm going to give out a big shout out to Mac Maelstrom. Hell yeah, and Luke Websky. You gotta love that guy. It's Nimbus. It's Nimbus. Hells to the yeah, it's Nimbus. With the Sweat Revival project. Don't forget that there's a lot of Entropia Universe content creators out there that I really enjoy hanging out with them. We got Sir Bear Plays, excellent for mining. He's a miner, and I just rated my Twitch chat to him just a couple hours ago. And let's see, we got Arkenblade. Yeah, he's an old school guy. I think he's like more Uber than I am. Yeah, he definitely is. Great channel to watch, but. Unfortunately, most of these are Twitch streams, and so you got to catch them when they're live. As for me, I like to do both. So, go join me on Twitch, guys, because we have big plans coming up in June, and I want you to go ahead and start collecting some channel points. And we got Ravenfall operational. Whenever I'm streaming, we just finished a 30-something hour live stream, where I just I slept like twice. Your raid didn't work. You have to swipe tap. No, it did work. I had to actually go through the thing, and then it worked. I didn't do type in raid. I literally had to do it from the screen. It worked. I know it worked because it activated over on his side. But whenever I was trying to do the verbal commands, it didn't work. So I had to do it manually the other way. I got this. I got this though. It looks like 253 PED this week. Not too bad. Not too bad. The moon would have paid out more, man, but it didn't. It freaking didn't. And that right there was the reason I was like, all right, we got to take profits, because I am not sure about the moon, and that was a lot of investment in there. And I'd rather just go ahead and have the PED now in case it does drop, and then I can soak it back up at a future date, because it's just not looking good over there on Arcadia. So I don't know what to say, but I could be wrong. You could be like, oh, you're just trying to drop the prices down on the Arcadia moon so you can buy more at 20. I mean, that would be nice. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not one to be like that. To actively just try to sabotage something good. I will basically tell you, I'm not feeling it. So be careful with Arcadias right now. But you do your due diligence, and if you can come up with something else, then you're gonna make some better moves than everyone else. But that retail on the Arcadia is just not vibing with me, man. They want that money, but I don't think that they're gonna get it. I wouldn't buy it. Not at that price. All right, this has been the Deeds and Shares Payout Show weekly for Entropia Universe. I'll be around, man, and I will see you later. Hell yeah. Don't move. I got a new pistol. Yeah. Did you know that I love Entropia Universe? Yeah, that's right. And I know you do too. So if you want, make sure that you take that link down below, the Entropia Universe link. I know you might not have one, but you can give it to other people. And if you help me out, I'll help you out. We need to get some of that affiliate income rolling in so we can spread the wealth. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, until next time. Peace.